Brothers, we need to talk. Today, I'll show you guys my full guide to Italy and how to conquer the entire thing. I'm not talking about allying with someone, I'm talking about conquering the entire thing. Because I see a lot in this game where people would like to ally with a lot of people and try to work together. Like, no. Let me show you how to do it solo. So, first, usually as Italy, I'd go for Switzerland, but since France took it already, I might as well just fight France. Usually I wouldn't, but they took Switzerland from me. Like, you can't let that slide. Sometimes you just gotta not let something slide, even if it's not the best move on the board. I try to use my anti-tank for my tanks, because I know France has a lot of tanks. So that's why I spawned in a lot of anti-tanks to deal with that in the northern region, and then I use my infantry for their anti-tanks. It's just a game of rock paper scissors at this point. That's what I like about this game, cause as a kid, I always loved rock paper scissors. I always loved playing it. It's just it's a simple but very fun game. And now I can play it like on Roblox, but like with extra steps. Spain also declares war. That got me hyped up. 2v1, the game just started. I love that. I just love that. So, I make sure to put some defense on my capital and just finish off all the troops. Tiles don't matter when you're first starting to invade someone. What matters is defeating all their troops. Early game, of course. Because when you get late game, troops spawn in faster. It's a little bit different later, but early you just need to kill as many troops as you can. Doesn't matter how many factories you have, how much money you have. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is how many troops are you willing to kill at a given time. How fast could you kill these troops? So I try to kill all their tanks, everything. Same with Spain, who is on my mainland. I just try to kill them as fast as possible, so I don't have to worry about it later. You really don't want to worry about stuff later. Another tip I have is technology, bro. Don't even focus on tanks or anti-tank. Just focus purely on infantry, because that's the most you have, and it's simple. Okay, it's cheap. It's like the cheapest thing you can buy, so you can make a lot of them. It spawns the fastest. So that's why you should really focus on infantry. Now you can see me, I'm trying to invade Spain. Problem with Spain is I usually don't go for them this early, because they're pretty difficult to take. You don't really got that many openings. But when you do get an opening, it really swings by fast, for sure. Because the thing is, they don't have a lot of land. Their capital is kind of close too. But you can see I'm gonna struggle a little, because it is quite difficult, even if their infantry is not that strong. Because it's hard to kill their troops. It really is, especially if they go really back. You can't really get to them in time. I'm also trying to just see. I'm doing the technology for my infantry. I'm just making as much infantry as possible, and I'm getting some troops over in my transport ships. I ally with Germany early because I don't want a two-war front like what happened earlier, because that was a little risky. UK started justifying on me. It's like, dude, what am I supposed to do? I deleted my anti-tank there, if you saw. I don't know if you guys caught that. It's because anti-tank's kind of weak when they don't have tanks. Like, Spain doesn't have tanks, it's not worth it, alright? Saves me money. Like, I don't need that on my battlefield. And yeah, ships are very important for Spain. If I didn't have ships, bro, I would not have beaten Spain, because it's just like really important. uh I forgot to tell you, but in this video it really gets quite intense later on. There's a 5v1 or like a 6v1, I don't know. Well, actually, it's an everyone v1, if I'm being honest. It's just like in different parts. But I think I had a 5v1 like simultaneously at one time. But anyway, their troops stopped healing because I just fought them so much. I just hammered them down so hard to the point where they just stopped healing. And brothers, dude, brother, uh, you gotta be fast. You just gotta be fast as Italy. There's so many troops. There's so much like shit going on. You just have to be as fast as possible. You can see I'm getting my troops into the Germany border, and you can see Russia also wants a piece of me. They try to get a little line in. You see that? Just a little line to like get some troops over to me. And I love that. I love Russia. I love Russia for doing that because now I have an excuse to fight them. Now, like, I can actually fight them at the same time, which is just, it's so fun. You can see UK trying to get a little piece of me. I'm like, yo, come on, get a little of this guy. It always amuses me seeing UK try to do something. Like, you're an island, bro, come on. They're just so irrelevant to, like, the actual, like, game. I don't understand why you would play as UK. I see its merits sometimes, but most of the time it's pretty ridiculous. Alright. You know. And yeah, I'm just locked in. It gets pretty intense though. They really outnumber me in troops, so the best thing I can do right now is try to take them. And what I mean by that, I mean just try to kill all their troops at once. I finally eventually get the manpower and the healing factor. I'm always late to that. I feel like I don't buy it soon enough, but it's like I just don't care. Like, it's such a small thing. Manpower, it is important. You need it to make troops, but like in the short term, bro, it really does not matter. You already started off with manpower, bro. Like, unless you're a small country. So you can see I'm just trying to be smart about it. Russia's bringing their troops over. It's basically a 3v1 already. But it gets more intense as the game progresses, of course. I got the infantry technology, and I'm just slowly making my way to Berlin. I also fought Netherlands while doing this. You might think that's a little odd. Why would I make it a 4v1? But it's like I need another pathway to get to Germany. You always want to have a lot of pathways, especially since Russia is kind of like blocking me a little bit from fully fighting Germany. I just have to deal with that. I think it was kind of a blunder on Russia's part from making this line because it's like he put all his troops in just like one little place. Very easy for me to just kill them. You can also see Ottoman Empire fighting Germany there. I mean, it's like, what can you do? And UK, bro, they always like pop up out of nowhere. It's so annoying. Another thing, a reason how I kind of won this, despite being outnumbered, probably out technology too, because I started off as Italy. I start off with like, what, 30 factories, dude? You can't do a lot with 30 factories. Well, you can, but like, not that much. I take Berlin fairly quickly, but the reason why I like stood out in versus these players is because, well, my experience. I don't like getting my troops dying, because if they die, that's just a waste of experience. You see that troop right there? That's 5 stars. That troop has been with me since the beginning of the game. I know there's some positions where you can't, but like try to keep your troops alive as much as possible, because in the long run they would support you in this like endeavor of just fighting as many people as possible. You can see Portugal as well. I mean, everyone just wants a piece of me. That's gonna happen if you're gonna be like this out in the open, but it's just something you gotta do. It's something I like to do a lot. As someone who's played this game for a while, I just like to verse like as many people as I can. Like at the beginning of the video, I versed France. Like I was severely outnumbered. My factories were a lot lower. but like I just did it anyway. Like I wasn't even sure I was gonna win that. Like I could have just lost, video over, right? But I tried. Okay, you gotta try a lot in this game, you know. Countless amount of times I've lost, countless amount of times, but that like made me grow in this game. And I know you're gonna be like, why is he taking this game so seriously? Why? Why is he doing all this? I love the game, bro. I love it. And I feel like you guys will have some sort of respect for the game as well if you guys do my methodology. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I took Gibraltar, a little UK piece. I don't know if you guys know that part, but if I didn't take that piece, Spain would have been gone. Portugal would have taken it, cause that specific piece, it's like in the corner there. You can't see it right now, but it has 15 defense, so I don't really need to worry about it that much. So I'm just slowly taking Ottoman. I white pieced with Russia because, you know, I didn't want to have a two-front war, especially since how strong Russia is, but of course we'll be fighting them later. Like, why wouldn't we? Come on, man. Come on. But, yeah, I got as many troops as I could because, you know, I just did my housing, big part of the game. If you're not doing housing, bro, if you're not getting housing 3, you can't expect to win in the long run. You just can't expect to win in the long run. And another thing I like about World War One, it's a small thing, but Constantinople, that's their capital. It's not in the middle, so it's a lot easier to just snatch that. As you can see, I reached it, and we just declared war. So I think it's a 3v1 right now, but you guys got to tell me how many people I versed. AI or not, I'm counting everything. Also, by the way, look at how much troops Russia has. That's like a panel. Look at that. They got at least 30 troops. And, you know, you can't be scared. You can't be scared of that. You just got to ball with it, you know. Anyway, I took Ottoman. Now it's just a 1v1. I'm not including UK because they don't really count. I'm not going to lie. I don't even think they're in the game. Even if they are, it doesn't matter. You just really can't worry about that stuff unless they're like at your capital. Then you kind of have to do something. Yeah, like if they're at your capital, it's like, okay, let me lock in a little. But yeah, but this is like my guide for Italy. You know, there's not really much to it. It's pretty simple. I think 5 points I talked about. You know, keep your troops alive throughout the entire game, or at least try to. Fight early. You know, I fought France as soon as the game started. Focus only on infantry early game. I think I only upgraded my infantry the entire game, I'm be honest. Yeah, I did. Like, yeah, I got the tanks later, but like, I maxed out my infantry first. That was a priority for me. Obviously, there's some extenuating circumstances. Like, I'll speak of one right now. Like France, for example, the World War One map. For Italy specifically, if you were as France, like let's pretend I was the France player, and then the France player was the Italy player in the beginning of the game. Oh, there you go, Gibraltar. You see my troop, but let's pretend we switched. I would actually focus on my tank, only because at the start, France starts with 3 tanks at the border with Italy. You may not think that's a lot, but if you're only versing Italy, especially if they're a good player, I would actually recommend you upgrade your tanks first, rather than spending the 35k for your infantry and then maxing that out. Oh, I already won. I yapped so much. Yo, thanks for watching, boys. See ya. Hope you guys enjoyed.